Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again.
I got him. Yeah, I have you on the telescope. Go ahead and land.
As it lands, it completely disappears from my line of sight. The reports from the helicopter, they're still flying, but I can't see it.
Okay, Joy, go ahead and lift off.
Let me know when you can see us on spots of the horizon.
I got him. I got him. Okay, what's your elevation right now?
Oh, deja vu.
What did you just say?
Nothing, just had a little deja vu.
As it lands,
I got him. I got him. Okay, what's your elevation right now?
as it lands,
I got him. I got him. I got him.
I got him. I got him.
I got him.
What did you see? What happened?
A black cat went past us, and then another that looked just like it.
How much like it? Was it the same cat?
Might have been, I'm not sure.
Switch, APOC.
What is it?
A deja vu is usually a glitch in the Matrix. It happens when they change something.
My name is Stephen Hawking, and I believe that anyone can answer big questions for themselves.
How do you measure a flatness of a lake? In terms of conspiracy theory content generally, our goal is to promote authoritative content to our users.
this is crazy.
They need to personally experience the evidence rather than trusting the measurements of other people.
So you can see it? Yep.
We all have questions.
Joy to boat?
My name is Stephen Hawking, and I believe that anyone can answer big questions for themselves. So with the help of a few ordinary people and a team of experts,
Where you are changes how we see the universe.
anyone can think like a genius. I've asked 3 ordinary people to come on a journey of discovery. And I want to see if they can grasp the true scale of the universe.
Where are we?
That's a really good question.
We're on Earth.
In my solar system,
In the Milky Way.
that's where I'm at.
But how do we know for sure? The volunteers don't know it, but they are going to find out the size and shape of the world right here in Nevada. The first step is to measure our planet. How flat is this lake?
How do you measure a flatness of a lake?
With a huge ruler. Or...
Yeah, she has a point though. You need something that you know is flat to measure the surface of the water against.
Yeah.
Today we'll use lasers and all kinds of technology. This is what science is about. It's about inventing new ways of investigating nature, looking for facts, looking for measurements, and come with results which are astonishing.
This lake holds the secret to the size and shape of the Earth. To help them, they need a few tools.
2 feet, 7 inches.
First is a powerful laser, which projects a straight beam of light across the surface of the lake. Next, they'll need a boat.
Whoa, just pass through it.
Joy to boat?
This is Cat, over.
If the lake is flat, The laser beam and the water will always be parallel to each other. Seen from a boat, the beam would always stay at the same height above the water, no matter how far you travel into the lake.
We're looking for the laser beams so that we can mark it on the whiteboard.
And we made the first measurement.
A little more to the right.
Almost there. Here we go.
They take their first reading 500 feet from the shore.
Okay. Got it.
For the next measurement, they'll need to go much further out.
Okay, so now I need to go 3 miles away from the laser.
All right.
Awesome.
So 3 miles away, where is the laser beam?
Kat, you have to go slightly to the left.
You said go slightly to the left? Yeah.
Here we go.
Remember, if the lake is flat, it would be the same height as before.
We made the second measurement, and my whole world fell apart.
It's like 6 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 3 miles away, the laser seems to have risen by 6 feet. But we know the beam is level.
Perception is still it's a flat lake, but
So it's not a flat lake.
it's not a flat lake.
That was crazy. I was definitely blown away by the fact that the laser was that high off the water.
Hey!
Hey, Joy.
What's up?
We're back.
The laser was 6 feet up in the air, and we had to use this board to mark it. It was cool when we went to the laser.
The lake is clearly not flat.
So I think we should make some more measurements for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, totally.
My volunteers have discovered the lake is not flat. But in order to measure the whole world, they will need some new tools.
Okay, let's get this box open.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have here?
Tripod.
It's like a tripod.
Now, instead of a laser, a telescope will enable our volunteers to look in a straight line to the lake's opposite shore.
We're wondering, okay, how we're going to get this next point if it's so high it's past our board.
Whoa!
Very cool.
Are we getting in a helicopter?
Just as the telescope replaces the laser, a helicopter takes the place of the boat.
All right, we'll go ahead and lift off.
This is exciting. I love that there are no doors. The lake looks completely flat from up here.
If they are twice as far away as before, how much lower will the far shore of the lake appear to be?
I got him. Yeah, I have you on the telescope. Go ahead and land.
As it lands, it completely disappears from my line of sight.
Can you see us landing?
The reports from the helicopter, they're still flying. But I can't see it. This is crazy.
We have landed in our position.
Okay, Joy, go ahead and lift off.
They plan to ascend until Jim can see them on the horizon, then they'll tell him their altitude.
Let me know when you can see us on spots of the horizon.
I got him.
All right, Brian, how many feet are we above the lake?
24 feet.
Woo! 24 feet.
24 feet. Awesome.
At 6 miles, the lake has fallen 4 times lower than before. So what is going on? The green line shows the path of the laser and the view from the telescope. And the gold line shows how the data points form the beginning of a curve.
So that means this lake isn't flat.
It's not even close.
No.
That's crazy.
I'll never look at a lake the same way. I'll never look at a big body of water the same way now that I know it's following the curvature of the Earth.
So we synchronized the liftoff and landing at the exact moment the helicopter crosses the horizon. Nothing has been altered, and the official time code of the full program is given. The helicopter here is about to descend below the horizon, and the helicopter here is about to crest the horizon and enter our line of sight. The waves of the lake in both scenes are identical, and the helicopter is not. The same bird flies the same path in both scenes. These scenes are trick photography and not true recordings.
I got him.
As it lands, it completely disappears from my line of sight.
Right now.
These are the same scenes with extra magnification.
It worked. I'm not a scientist, and to be able to just do that off a whim and it just came to me, that was incredible. My name is Kat Bobineau, and I am a scientist. It worked. I'm not a scientist, and to be able to just do that off a whim and it just came to me, that was incredible. I received my master's in biology at Cal State East Bay in Hayward, California. I was offered an internship at KQED, which is a PBS channel. I was also able to do an internship at the University of Alabama in herpetology, where I worked with the diamondback water snake and the python. 2 years later, I got another internship in neurobiology at the University of Vermont. There, I studied 3-day-old chicken embryos, in which I would cut the shell open and take out the neural tube. I admire Bill Nye the Science Guy, Carl Sagan for the work he did with Cosmos, and Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson for his continual work with the Cosmos Show, Dr. Stephen Hawking with his perseverance and teaching us physics and all about the universe. You can check me out on television with a cat nose, on YouTube with In the Know with Kat Bobineau, and at my website, katbobineau.com. I'm Kat Bobineau, and I am a scientist. I'm not a scientist, and to be able to just do that off a whim and it just came to me.
The volunteers don't know it. I've asked 3 ordinary people, so with the help of a few ordinary people.
Our journey leads to nasa.gov. Oh, this is serious. Yes, it is. Working at NASA in the director's office, such as Joy does, is not ordinary at all. Throughout the entire article, much of which we're skipping over, Joy details her status as a masterclass cinematographer, a self-professed science storyteller, and in her own words, by science storytelling, I don't mean fictional storytelling.
As it lands, it completely disappears from my line of sight.
I mean placing science research in context with, for example, what we know, what we don't know, and why it matters. The laser is moved during the survey after establishing the 500-foot-long level with the first position but before measuring at the 3-mile position. Altering the laser nullified the known level, and without re-establishing the level, any measurement cannot knowingly be accurate. Yet you and every other observer is deliberately misled. The camera crew conspired, world-acclaimed physicist and Presidential Medal of Freedom bearer Stephen Hawking conspired, the director's office of NASA conspired, and had the trick cinematographer not planted a secret message, the visual documentation is indistinguishable from truth. The laser moved more than once. The size and height changed directly after checking level at the 500-foot position and before leaving for the 3-mile position.
For the next measurement, they'll need to go much further out.
Okay, so now I need to go 3 miles away from the laser.
All right.
Awesome.
We're told that Joy is actually specially selected and had instructions that were secret, not known to the other participants, that she wasn't supposed to say what they'd be doing. She knew what they'd be doing on the shoot, and that they wanted to capture their genuine reactions. None of these are genuine reactions!
The reports from the helicopter, they're still flying. But I can't see it. To wrap your head around it in that short a time was a little difficult for me. I was like, this is crazy.
Tens of millions of people saw this survey and it became reality to them. And then people saw clips online and people shared by word of mouth. About 500 million people watched Apollo 11, and that's only including the very first broadcast. The Stephen Hawking program aired on June 1st, 2016. Kat Bobineau is a scientist in March of 2016, about 2.5 months before she claimed not to be a scientist.
I still have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that we measured the Earth at that lake.
I'll never look at a lake the same way. I'll never look at a big body of water the same way now that I know it's following the curvature of the Earth.
You had the laser, the boat, the telescope, and the helicopter. These people literally create dollars out of thin air. It's not about dollars. We've become domesticated livestock marching towards the slaughterhouse.
I don't really need to hear what you're trying to provide. I want to know how you're dealing with all these conspiracy theorists on your platform.
So the first way is by demoting low-quality content and promoting more authoritative content, and the second is by providing more transparency for users. So we're introducing boxes that provide factual information at the top of results that have shown themselves to turn up a lot of information that is counterfactual, such as searching for the Earth is flat on YouTube, where you see a lot of...
Your response is to put a box saying, nope, the Earth is not flat.
Correct.
Okay.
Of course, she didn't mention the actual strategy as a Trojan horse.
A few years back, the Discovery Channel had a program where they used lasers and telescopes to show that the surface of a large lake was curved due to the curvature of the Earth.
Let me know when you can see us on spots of the horizon. All right, Brian, how many feet are we above the lake?
24 feet.
The Flat Earth proponents responded to this program with a series of videos on YouTube.
I'm going to go with CGI on that whole helicopter thing, because people would say, oh, look, well, what do you mean it's CGI? You saw the helicopter, that doesn't make it real.
All of which supposedly show errors made by the people behind the Discovery Channel program. What drives this sort of stubborn refusal to deal with reality? Part of the problem is that even the simplest demonstrations, like Wallace's or the Discovery Channel's, require careful preparation and specialized equipment. Not everybody has access to a helicopter and a telescope to do these sorts of tests. That's often a complaint that the Flat Earth people make. They need to personally experience the evidence rather than trusting the measurements of other people.
We're heading to the largest lake in California to meet the Independent Investigations Group. And they want to do a round Earth test, basically a test that will prove that the Earth is not flat, but that it is round. James, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, so what's happening here right now?
Okay, this is the boat-based target. It's horizontal stripes. We're going to launch a small boat out into the water here with a striped target.
One way that Aristotle proved 2,000 years ago that the Earth is a sphere was with a boat test. As a boat approaches the horizon, it appears to slowly dip down into the water before disappearing completely.
So it'll be a very visual depiction of the curvature of the Earth.
So it's starting?
Yeah.
Okay, so the test is starting. It's starting right now.
At first, all the stripes are clearly visible. But sure enough, as the boat reaches the horizon, the stripes begin to disappear one by one.
The horizon and surface of the water is beyond the boat. That means the boat is not behind any Earth curvature. The bottom stripe here has a little bit of red hue to it.
You got body, you got style, you got body.
One by one.
It's pretty amazing. You can actually see it pretty clearly with this camera here. And you see that the red stripe that was at the bottom has completely disappeared, and it's now getting closer to sort of the middle green stripe, that is.
So we've lost about 1.5 stripes.
Right. So this can only happen, why?
Because of the curvature of the Earth.
So after learning the director's office of NASA is actively counterfeiting science, we went out and measured what the surface shape of water really is for everyone. This is the light of the snow machine, 10.3 miles away. My camera is only 2.25 feet above the surface. That is 40 feet of spherical surface not blocking our view at all. The bottom of our laser hit about 1.5 feet above the surface of the lake. There is no Earth curvature between our laser and that snow machine.